It's another episode of Coach Keyton and Crawford here on the Crawford Podcasting Network. We're here at Gren Travers Supply Company in East Lansing, corner of Hagedorn and Grand River. Stone's throw from the Michigan State University campus. My co-host, Kerry Keyton, Coach Kerry Keyton. He's a 517er, so am I. And we're talking about our three news pegs for this weekend again. East Lansing Trojans. We'll start out with that. Michigan and Michigan State. Okay, Michigan is a kind of storyline in a number of ways, but tough ending for the Trojans. Great season. East Lansing loses their first two games, rattles off like 10 in a row, and then ran into a juggernaut in Muskegon Big Reds. And the semifinals up at Greenville High School. I mean, Muskegon, notoriously a state power. They were in 3, they moved to 2. They'll play De La Salle, Warren De La Salle, Detroit De La Salle, whatever you call it these days, next week at Ford Field. But give a synopsis, Kerry. Probably hear what went wrong, but I mean, turning the ball over didn't help.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, that's a really good football team.
Yeah.
They have really good players. The scheme is tough, that kind of thing. But defensively, we turned them over 4 times with a score. But we turned the ball over. And pound for pound, person for person, they were the better team.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Play them again, who knows what happens. As you know, I'm not a fan. I'll say, in my opinion, I think the game was officiated poorly. However,
Kerry having an opinion on officiating, that's something new.
2 touchdowns called back, and we still haven't found Anyway, they were better than us. They made the plays. Their running game was special.
One kid ran up for over 300 yards.
Yeah, when you're allowed to block certain ways, it makes it tough on you when we're not necessarily built that way. We've been able to stop teams that run the ball on us this year, but those kids were big, and we're just not built for that. We got to get away from that, get stronger.
Keep about the weight room.
What it is.
It's all about the weight room. Weight room. That's the core.
Got to get stronger. You have to be able to hold your point and not let people move. It is what it is. But we could not, they did that to us. Let's not get it twisted. We could not move the ball. We couldn't run it. He threw it okay, but then it got to the point where we had to throw it. And, those kids up front for them, they gave us problems on our offensive line. We didn't move them like we moved everybody in the last 10 years.
I'll tell you what, moving to 2024 for East Lansing, their entire backfield's back. Quarterback, a couple running backs, got a lot of receivers, and
Three linemen.
Yeah, Jace Clarizio is already multiple D1 offers right now. Number 0, watch out for him next year. He could be Mr. Football. Who knows? He's just in the state of Michigan. You just never know.
I just want to make sure, these kids want 3 trips. People don't understand. I mean, you understand because you've been around it enough. We started on 2. According to everybody, we suck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We were the shoe gum of the earth.
You want some Hudsonville?
And just talking trash and blah 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 whatever. As soon as we started stockpiling the wins, then they started jumping on the bandwagon. And I mean, I'm talking grown people too. Just like, wow, but these kids won 3 trophies.
Yeah.
I have never. This is brand new uncharted territory for me. I've never. We would sniff a couple of district championships at AV, but winning the district and winning the region and playing for a chance to go to Ford Field, I mean, that's something that I'll cherish, and nothing and nobody will ever be able to take that away, not only from myself, but the kids. I mean, nothing to be ashamed of. Just outstanding how they played, how they let us coach them and take the coaching. And then just a side note for all the the extra haters that, we talk about the haters.
There's a lot of haters out there.
The haters that, are happy to see East Lansing and Coach Keyton Crawford, I hope you all stub your toe today. But, I'm living good. Life is good over here.
You're living good because you're hanging out with me on Sunday morning.
Absolutely, and we're doing it.
How lucky could he be?
Life truly is good, and let it go. Like Coach McBride, he said, Jelly, sometimes you just got to pray for him. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pray for him to step in toe today. So.
It's an evil
But it's all good.
So, I'm already looking forward to the 2024 campaign for the East Lansing Coach, and I'll be over there on the sidelines and have a great season for Bill Farraco. 76-year-old Bill Farraco head coach. He'll be 77-year-old Bill Farraco head coach next year. And that's terrific. Okay. Onward to Michigan State.
Well, hold on.
What?
We got to give a shout out to the Bulldogs and Mason.
Oh, Mason, from Gary Houghton.
Give a shout out to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Gary Houghton, man, you're my guy. Yeah, you're doing a great job out there.
Eddie Sade.
Eddie Sade. Yeah, he's a coach on the team. And think about Mason. I mean, they finally got that money. I mean, MLK was their nemesis. They couldn't get by MLK, Detroit Martin Luther King. And they did it. And they did it. And now they're going to Ford Field, and that's magic.
I will tell you now, Ford Field Central pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
They got a kid over there that
I know all about
it.
Yeah,
he is a monster. Yeah. But hey, you made it to Ford Field. Anything can happen.
You gotta give it a shot. I mean, the opportunity.
They got a shot.
And to get to the title, I mean, you have to have this. I say this about the NCAA basketball tournament. You got to have everything lined up to get to win 6 games in that case, or 5 games.
Especially after last week. They were down 35-20 and pulled it out.
I know.
And good for them. And good for them kids to be able to experience going to Ford Field. Win or lose, going to Ford Field.
That's telling the grandkids kind of change.
Absolutely.
But the Detroit Lions play,
Sure.
I mean, it's crazy. And Michigan State, Penn State will be there on Friday night. And these kids play there on Saturday and Sunday. Look at a unique situation with a state game going on. Okay, onward to Michigan. I know a lot of Michigan fans who are, texting me what's wrong. They're on they're ready to jump off the. I mean, my God, they're 11-0 people. They went through an interesting week, let's just say. Yeah, he says. He quipped. 11-0. Yeah, I mean, that's hard. That's difficult.
And who you play?
And actually that the same the trap game, we use that term. I mean, because the Penn State game and the Ohio State game, the second road game of 2 has always been tough. Michigan has struggled in week 11 on the road before coming to play Ohio State historically, and even they struggled last year at home before the Ohio State game. It took a game-winning field goal to beat Illinois, so it didn't surprise me. They're bunged up a little bit. J.G. McCarthy has a lower leg thing he's working through, as Harbaugh likes to call working through, which means he's got some kind of injury. So that's going to be interesting. A couple linemen went down. Michael Barrett went out for a while. I mean, Roman Wilson is the best wideout they had. He didn't off the first year. He got targeted. They pulled it off. The guy clearly got targeted. Anyway, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a great week. Michigan, Ohio State. Big noon kickoff. I'm telling you what, and I've been going down that stadium since 1964. I will project the most toxic environment in Ann Arbor.
It should be 3:30.
Well, I mean, that's what my wife just said. I mean, big news because Fox has it and they want to have it, and they have a kickoff show 2 hours. So the noon kickoff, 10 to 12, and then ESPN College Game Day will be there 9 to 12. So you got, and both of them are asking for extra security because they know there's some nut jobs, and I'm talking about both sides. And Ohio State fans are the problem. The Ohio State though is an NFL crowd coming to a college.
There will be people down here that have nothing to do with either one.
Right.
Causing trouble.
You're right. Embracing the environment.
Where they have the stuff out here in Michigan State, 85% of the time, but it ain't nothing to do with Michigan State people. It's just idiots from some other place.
Yes, that causes trouble, and it's a negative brand, mark on you, your school. So
Michigan look bad.
Yeah. So anyway, What do you think is going to happen in that game, Jerry? I mean, and you're a Michigan State former player. I mean, give us kind of your, high level expertise. High level, not much smarter than me. What's going to happen?
The hype train alone. It's already off the chain.
Yeah.
But there is so much at stake for this game. Now, we got a couple things that go in the factor now because the poor kid from Florida State gets his leg.
Oh my word!
Yeah. On the same kind of tackle that the kid from Ohio State almost had yesterday. Same, and people are, it's football. No, that's when you grab somebody from the back.
Kyle McCord went down. He
pull your
continued
weight
to play
down on the back of somebody's leg.
Yeah.
That's not football. And watch that kid get hurt last night, and then I saw the highlight of the Ohio State kid. Give me a blindside hit any day.
Yeah.
I come back from a concussion or whatever. You're not the boy's leg was leg side. He's done for the year, But that was I think if it's a close game, win or lose, they might be able to get two.
And you have had some things work out because Washington and Oregon survivor. That's
Washington will have to beat Oregon again to knock them down. If Oregon beats Washington, it's going to we talk about a mess, which I like because I don't like the college football playoff anyway.
Yeah.
Now we got chaos.
You want chaos.
Now we got 11-1.
But next year you got 12 teams in there. It's going to be way better. But I'm telling you, Georgia Bulldogs. Brock Bowers went out. Now he comes back and they're a better team. They're a better team because they adapted without him, got more receivers involved. I love it. I mean, they just powdered a really good Tennessee team in Knoxville, by 35-14.
But this game, I mean, everything's on the table. And, Ohio State is really playing well. Their defense is really playing well.
Yeah.
If Michigan, now with Roman Wilson going out, if Michigan cannot run the football, it's going to be a problem.
Well, just like you said, you can't run the football. Your percentage chances of winning dramatically go down.
Way down.
At any level.
Ohio State's running the football pretty well right now.
Yeah, they're. So I would say optically, when you look at Ohio State and Michigan, and a lot of it has to do with the fact Michigan's schedule is backloaded. They seem to be. They got cooking a little bit more offensively than Michigan. Yeah. I mean that's an accurate statement. And then there was a lot of distraction in the building. Players were being interviewed by the NCAA. You had players' parents, thinking, "Oh, do I have to have my kid have a meal?" I mean, there was a lot of stress in the building, and we're not going to go into that. I mean, we don't have time to go into that thing. What's going to come down? But Michigan, Jim Harbaugh is not coaching, won't be coaching in the Ohio State game. So the last 3 games, Sherrone Moore is the head coach. That's going to have impact. I mean, Jim Harbaugh. You can say what you want about Jim Harbaugh. He's a hell of a coach. I'll say that. He's a hell of a coach. And so that's going to a factor. And this is no knock on Sherrone Moore, who will probably be Michigan's next head coach. He might even be next.
I just know, I don't know their dynamic there. I know how much a head coach, like we talked about before, does not really do on game day. But in these games, when they're big, when
decision making. Rubber stamp decision making.
And then you got kids that,
yeah, it's like that, and that's JJ McCarthy.
They need that, that comforting feeling of coaching.
That's what.
So you miss that piece. You're going to miss that piece. But at the end of the day, ain't no coaches out on the field. Yeah. You got to go out and play.
Yeah.
And it's the two best teams.
And Harbaugh's there during the week, so all the hay's in the barn. Some people say, not always. So that element is there.
It's a home game. Everything up until they probably run out on the field.
Yeah.
It's going to be just like it is.
Yeah, you're right. There's those 3.5 hours.
Everything. As soon as he, I can't say he's in the locker room, but like the hotel or whatever, he'll just go from the hotel to the game and he'll stay there and go home.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be an awesome environment.
And it's going to be great. I'm looking forward. I'll be down there. So, Michigan State. I got to commend Michigan State and Harlan Barnett in particular because he's a good dude, former teammate here of Kerry Keyton in the late '80s. That was a heck of a win because Indiana, I mean, they got the new OC in there. They've got, I've never seen Tom Allen that pissed off. I mean, this dude was having a meltdown, and I know there were some questionable calls. I had one eye, that was a Monitor 2 game I was watching with some friends of the Michigan game, Maryland, but still a solid, and some hell of a catch. The two wideouts had great catches.
Sometimes we always talk about, people aren't going to be open, whether they're not capable of getting open or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you have to throw them open. Sometimes you have to throw the ball up in 50-50 and they're going to make a play.
Why?
Make a play.
Yeah.
Which
can't go, that Foster catching it.
Unreal.
I mean,
and Carr getting caught,
just
getting drilled and then taking it into the house.
The Malik Carr, watch that footage. It reminds me of the old NFL films with John Mackey. Remember John Mackey? You're too young. Big number 88 for the Baltimore Colts.
Highlights, baby.
I mean, boom, he gets hit, and he just turns around. You know those things? That was perfect for that.
You cannot give, in my opinion, Coach Barnett and the staff. I mean, let's be honest. They've held it together all this time. We had kids. We had some kids bailing out a little bit on us.
Yeah, 45 scholarship guys were there in Bloomington. That's insane. Of the 74, only 45 are scholarship.
A lot of it, has to do with, just all this NIL stuff and just all the other, the insecurity, but what's the word I'm looking for? The uncertainty of what is going to happen. What are we doing?
It's about distractions
coming in, that kind of stuff. For that staff and those kids to go on the road, I don't care who it is. Indiana still got scholarship players. Right. Didn't they win last week?
Well, they pushed Penn State around. They pushed Penn State around the Happy Valley right on the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. So for HB and those kids to go in there and go and get that W, hey, Spartans off for life. Them boys went and got it done. They made the plays, and they came back and made the plays. They had to lead the whole game. Lost the lead. That was a back and forth deal, and those are the best wins, I think. You have to recoil your emotions. And now with Penn State quarterback getting knocked out,
I think State's got. I mean,
the backup was better.
Yeah, and Penn State, after the Michigan loss, I mean, they're out of the. They might have even had a little bit hangover yesterday. I mean, Were you playing Rutgers yesterday?
Yeah. Rutgers had the black helmet on yesterday. Man.
Okay, so my feeling is Spartans might have a decent shot.
Well, hey, every kind of balls kicked off, you got it.
No, I mean, because I think
here's the thing, though.
It's mentally.
Here's the thing. As long as James Franklin on the sideline,
you got a shot.
Yeah. Because if it's close, he'll find a way to
It's game over. Yeah,
he'll
game over.
Yeah. And trust me, hey, you will not find a bigger promoter of black coaches than me. I'm not a fan of his. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, you still got a coach. I mean, it's
going to be inside.
They're hung on a big contract.
It's going to be warm.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know what the ticket availability is. Well, why not go down there, MSU fan, and support your team instead of bailing on that? Which, I think Harlan Barnett deserves a good following on that, and we'll see where the coaching search goes. Well, I don't know who to believe on his candidacy, so who's going to be the guy. Because these guys are coaching their own team right now. Let's wait for the regular season. But it's going to have to be a quick turnaround because you get that recruiting side. You got to have all your kids that are in the program and the ones that might want to transfer in, they need to know what's going to happen in Michigan State.
Sell yourself to the
coaching
kids that are there.
Yeah.
Sell yourself to the kids that are already committed.
Yeah.
And then go out and find some more. Hopefully, yes, the portal is good, but you got to do a little bit more due diligence getting the right kind of guys.
Yeah, and I think for Michigan State's recruiting class, the February signing day is going to be the one where you get most of your recruits. And you can also fall in the transfer pool of guys. So maybe I'm overemphasizing the need to get it in for the first signing period because it's just not realistic. You're going to get somebody in there in time to.
But we need to get back to finding football players. All them analytics and all that kind of stuff, he runs a 4-2-3. Can he play football? Can he cover somebody? Can he tackle? Can he block?
Can he block and tackle? How about start with that?
We need those people. Yeah. We need those people at Michigan State to help us get this thing turned.
There you go. And that's the words of Kerry Keyton, a very smart guy here on Coach Keyton and Crawford Podcasting Network, again at the Grand Traverse Supply Company. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Kerry.
Thanksgiving to you, sir.
And we'll talk to you next Sunday.
Go Wolverines.
Go Blue.